What's up, and welcome back to Nap Time Building. Where we don't know how to do nothing, but we sure try to get it done. Today we're starting to work on a cover for my winch here. I got some sheet metal. I'm not no master fabricator or nothing, so we're gonna try to figure something out. Try to figure a little cover to slip down over it. Put a couple screws in it or something. Basically just so the winch don't get full on rain and everything all the time when it's not being used. So I don't know, I guess let's see what we got. All right, so right here I had to dig this out in the garage, but that's some 18 gauge, I think. But I reckon that's what we're gonna be using. I'm thinking, let me see, I think I measured a little big. It was 36 inches on the side, so I was gonna do like 10 inches tall. So, I mean, I've got an idea in my head. I don't know if it'll work, but I would like to measure out the whole thing, because I'm not really wanting to do like multiple pieces and just keep welding pieces together. I would like to measure out the top of it and then measure out the sides and then cut it all out and cut those. That way I can just bend the sides down and maybe weld the corners or something to slip it. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know how to do nothing over here, but we try to figure stuff out. It's got me this far. So, all right. So what we're looking at here is, so yeah, it's like 36 and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and claim like 37. And then that's right at 8. I'm gonna do about 8 and a half, just because I need this thing to slip over it, All right, and here we go. All right, so unfortunately, I don't have a metal brake or anything. I was wanting to make this out of as few pieces as possible. So this was the idea I came up with. Who knows if it'll work or not, whatever. But I don't have a metal brake, like I said. I would like to be able to bend these and create the box. Obviously, there's gonna be some extra there, but I don't know. But hey, if you don't try new stuff, then you don't learn new stuff, so. Oh well. And if I fail, then I'll just cut these pieces all apart and weld them into a box. So, whatever. You can't be scared to fail. Yeah. All right, I'm out of breath. I need to lose some weight or something. That hammer kicking my butt, bending that metal. Look, I ain't never done this before. I got a claw hammer. I got some body hammers, but I couldn't find them, so I just grabbed a claw hammer. And I mean, as you've seen, look, she ain't gonna be perfect, but I mean, if it gets the job done, I mean, it helps take care of my winch, keep it covered and everything, then how am I losing? I already had the metal, got the claw hammer. I mean, she's coming along. Look at that. All right. So, what I'm thinking, obviously this is the longer sides, this is the two ends. How about cutting these down to 1.5 inches, something like that. Cut the big flap off, and then I'll curl this up and wrap this around the outsides and weld that. That's what I'm thinking. All right, here we go. Ooh, don't be messing with me now. But that's, you know, obviously you can see where I beat on it with a hammer. But I mean, that's not terrible. I've seen worse and obviously seen better. But look, I ain't never done that before, so I'm pretty stoked with it. So that's whatever. Obviously, it's nowhere close to done. I've got to grind the whole thing down, get all that surface rust off of it, weld them corners. Cut out a little bit for where that winch cable's going to come through. I'm not planning on actually having that cover on while using the winch. Obviously, because my plug where I plug my controller up is on top. So, I mean, obviously I'm planning on having to just set it off while I'm using the winch. It's no big deal. It's just a cover. It's basically to keep it out of the weather a little, like keep rain from falling straight on it and all that crap. So, you know. So, like I said, gotta grind it down, get all that surface rust off, weld corners, you know, go through, hit whatever burrs or anything that I haven't already hit, figure out how big of a hole I need to cut for that winch cable to come through there. And golly, it's cold and it needs painted. I might take it in that little garage over there, spray and pray. But I also need to figure out exactly how I'm gonna mount it. I need to figure that out for sure. All right, here she is. I guess I'm about to attempt to weld these corners. I am not a very good welder. I get by every now and then. I mean, it's cheaper than paying somebody to do it, you know? And that's my whole thing. I ain't paying nobody to do anything that I think I can figure out, so. And that's mostly how I got to where I'm at right now, so. Let's get it. Alright, so of course somebody's leaf blowing again. Here we are. Nothing special, but it'll get the job done. Now it needs some paint, and honestly, on the whole, like mounting it down or whatever, since it is just a cover and I'll be taking it off, I debated on just throwing a strap over this mug. Because I mean, it has these holes and stuff on both sides. And I mean, a strap would be fast. Because every time I'm using it, I'm not gonna want to have to break out a freaking toolkit to unbolt the cover that I'm gonna have to take off. So, I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. Alright, well, it's definitely really too cold for spray painting anything, but I did all that grinding on that to get that surface rust off, and I didn't really want to see it surface rust again. So I'd rather settle for a couple runs than to have to grind all that surface rust back off. But I don't know, maybe we need to look into mounting a battery now that we got that figured up. Pretty sure every time I'm filming there is a dadgum train or somebody leaf blowing or a dadgum dog acting crazy. Alright, so apparently you can charge it a car through the, that's odd. Here's what I'll be using though. Not exactly sure what's up there, and I won't be using the suction cups either, because I plan on it staying there, not just somebody being able to yank it off if they feel like they need it more than me. But this is it. I mean, almost longer than the back. shabby for a beginner and some spray paint. You know, and a claw hammer. She ain't gorgeous, but it'll definitely work. I'm having a hard time deciding if I want to build a metal, well, another box basically for the battery, or if I just want to get one of those like plastic, ooh, sounds rough, or get one of those like plastic battery boxes with a top and everything. All right, well, change of plans. I was gonna build a battery box and I was gonna set it down in the frame of the front of or the tongue here and everything, but I remembered I had this small box here. I don't really have any other use for it. So I mean, if I can find a way to mount that up here, then I can just put the battery in it and then have like other small storage for like some few ratchet straps or something. So I think we're gonna go that route. It's a simple route. It's already black. I'll clean it and spray it with the same black wet gloss because this is flat, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Hopefully it'll look all right with my winch cover up there. The biggest thing is how am I gonna mount it to it? Cause it's very thin. I'm not even sure if I can weld that stuff. Not exactly sure what it's. I don't know. And I'm not even sure if I'd want to weld it. I'd like for it to be removable if possible, so I don't know. I'll stick that mug on there with some massive zip ties. I don't care, it's whatever. All right, so probably gonna catch a little hate. And you know, it's whatever. I'm posting on YouTube, so, you know, probably gonna get a little hate anyways from somebody, even if it was a great idea, but it's probably not, so it's whatever. But anyways, here we are. So this box is not wide enough to go all the way across. I got this big old beam here in the middle. I'm debating on, since I want it removable, drilling a hole on each side here of this beam and just using some hose clamps to go around it and hold this box there. Is it the best idea? No, it's not. Is it removable like I wanted? Absolutely. So we're gonna see. No promises. Temporary, probably not. All right, anyways. All right, so here's where we're at. I didn't have no small enough hose clamps that would fit it tightly, without being too small. So I put a little piece of a 2x4 in here to, I mean, she's sturdy, she ain't going nowhere. And I also had this extra battery tie down. Drilled a couple holes for that. Works great. I got 2 holes drilled there for the positive and negative cables to come up through. Hopefully it's big enough. If not, I'll ream them out a little bit. Probably gonna throw some tape or something on the hole to basically just so my wires don't get cut up. But we're coming along. I am gonna have to reach a stopping point sometime before real long though, because I do not have any battery connectors, and I'll have to get a couple. So, as usual, UPS is here. So, be right back. Well, UPS was dropping off that new farmhouse sink the wife ordered for the new house. You know, it's pretty funny when the same guy comes like every day. And as soon as he rolls up the back door, he's like, dude, what are you doing to me? And I'm like, yo, man, it's just job security, trying to look out for you, okay? But I keep ordering, you just keep bringing, you just keep with it here. But we have reached our stopping point for the day. And after UPS left, I did go ahead and I'm pretty much to the point of needing the battery connectors, whatever. But let me show you what I got. Bam, there we go. It's not great looking. You can see where I whooped on that piece of metal up there to get them bends, and then where I folded that and welded it, but you know, it's whatever. I mean, and that box right there definitely needs painted to match the rest, but it's not terrible, it's whatever. But well, the battery terminals are on. Got my triple charger hooked up. Blew the leaves off. I sprayed just a little bit of paint on that battery box that I was using because it was like a flat black and it stood out a little too much compared to the rest of the gloss blacks. Here it is. Here it is, looks much better with the gloss black. And yes, I drilled a hole and got a bungee cord. I'm just holding that down because that will be removable. Like I said, I'll have to remove that box every time I use it. So I didn't want to have to break out the toolkit just to take the cover off the winch. But that's it. That battery is junk. I'll have to get one. But other than that, she's done. Finally. I'm sure everybody's thinking, hey, when we're gonna get back to some car stuff. But you know, trailers came a long way. Just like that. Thanks for watching Naptime Builder. Really appreciate it. I think we're up to like 172 or something subscribers. I'd like to hit 200 by my birthday. But that's November the 30th, so we got like 23 days, something like that. And I need like 28 subscribers. So y'all need to get on that. Just kidding. Not really. But like, share, subscribe. Next video we'll probably be working on the old F350 over here, flatbed. Working on some brakes. I need to get off my butt and work on the wiring, but I'm to the point I've got a lot of parts a lot of parts that's been delivered. I really need to get those parts on before my return dates go away. That would, just in case something goes wrong. So I really need to get brakes and worked on brakes on that, and I got the gas tank and stuff for my F100 and brake stuff for it. So I really need to take care of all that before I finish up the wiring on that, because I can't send the wiring back anyways, but this other stuff could be sent back if it's wrong. So I think I got a brake master cylinder and brake cylinders for the wheels. Hopefully I'm gonna get that freed up, see what everything else looks like when we do. Catch y'all then.